Satnam, thank you so much for joining. My name is Jean. I am a channel for creator consciousness to assist humanity in embodying its core, authentic, divine, true expression, the most Christed beingness you can be, or ascended beingness, however you want to see it, in love and unity and all the nice things. So, um, today I want to talk a little bit about like ETs and my meeting with them, my meeting with the goddess, my meeting with this is going to be like my very first experience. I have shared this before, I think, but only very briefly. This is going to be much more focused on that. Um, so yeah, please remember to like and subscribe, comment if you feel called to. If you feel that you want to have a personal session with me, my email is in the description box down below. If you want to donate, that is in the description box down below as well. And yeah, without further ado, let's get cracking. So, um, my very first meeting with ETs was when I was in Peru. At that point, I had no contact at all with any spiritual beings as of yet. I've done like at that point I had done ayahuasca. I had done San Pedro, mushrooms, but I'd never actually contacted anything. Um, anyway, and so this one evening when I was in Peru, I was sitting in this field right between two mountains. So it was in a valley, and I was sitting in a field, and I was just like chilling on a big rock, actually on a big boulder that was in the field, and I was smoking weed, and then I started seeing these like symbols. I actually things got like really quiet at first, and then I like just realized that I was speaking this language, and the moment I realized that I was randomly speaking this language, then I started like seeing symbols and etc etc. When I saw these symbols, like I don't know why it happened, to be honest. Like I was just contacted, right? Like, but when I saw these symbols, all of a sudden it like shifted, and I saw one specific symbol, which is like an eight-pointed star within a circle, and this was a collective consciousness. We were talking for a bit, me and this consciousness, and at this point I had no knowledge about I had obviously knowledge about Greek mythology because I loved Greek mythology like from since childhood and stuff, right? So I would read up on gods and stuff like that, but listen, okay? So I chatted with this collective consciousness at some point. Like I felt a lot of love, a lot of like it was so beautiful. It was like, oh my god, you know. And at one point they it kind of left, and I started crying, and I told it, please don't leave me. And it came back, the consciousness and the expression came back, and I was like, no, we are you, you are us, we are one, right? And I was like, okay. And so yeah. That was my very first like proper contact that I had with a something that I was like, what the fuck? That I had like conversation with, and um and I wasn't like I was high on weed, like I smoke weed every day, so like at that point I was I was smoking weed every day as well. So anyway, anywho there, as I was doing research later on, I started I was very connected with the divine feminine, and like everybody sees that as well on my channel, right? Because I share a lot, and I tend to work a lot with divine feminines that like come for sessions and stuff, right? And so very connected with the goddess and stuff. And turns out, like with the light language, also like when it was just started, I would like walk. I would like just like walk in town and like I would just like stand still. All of a sudden I would like start channeling, like no matter if people were there or not, like and it felt like I didn't really have a choice, you know. But I would like, and then all of a sudden I would just like keep walking, you know. But what would come out sometimes was like Ishtar. And I was like, Ishtar, like what's Ishtar, you know, because like it was something to me. And I went to go Google, but this only happened like a couple of months after I first started with the light language, that I actually started Googling stuff that I was hearing or receiving. Because at first I was like, the consciousness was like, it doesn't matter, just let the energy flow, just be present with the energy, right? Like the understanding and all those things comes late. Like just be present, enjoy the energy, right? And then, so a couple of months later, so I was Googling, like, okay, Ishtar. It turns out Ishtar is this, like, Anunnaki goddess. She is, some equate her with, like, she's like the Sumerian version of Durga, or Durga is like the Sumerian version, is the Indian version, the Hindu version of Ishtar. Ishtar, Inanna, Aphrodite, even Lakshmi, because the eight-pointed star with the circle is a symbol of Lakshmi, apparently. But so yeah, it's the goddess, it's the divine feminine. I was contacted by these ET beings, but it was the goddess, right? Um, yeah, I guess like I don't know, like it's all like gelling into one thing, to be honest, because I met other beings as well that like were proper like light beings. They were like proper white. I couldn't even see them, but like I could see them. Like in my mind's eye, everything was just white, but I could see an outline of their bodies, but their bodies were just white as well. I don't anyway. And their eyes were like galaxies, like it was like a multiverses in their eyes, and they like knew me. They were like, "Oh, hey, Jean, you know, hey, bro, you made it." Like this one was like, "Oh, he made it," kind of weird. But it's all like gelling into just like this one thing. I'm actually now thinking perhaps in Peru, what I experienced in Peru was like my higher self, right? Or a projection of. I mean, it should be. It has to be because it said, "I am you. You are us. We are one." You know. But that also makes me like think that there are other people that perhaps share that same oversoul. And maybe that's the people that I'm actually connecting with, strangely enough, because it came up yesterday. Interesting. um, so yeah, so that was a meeting with the goddess with and ETs. I've met ETs, I've met beings, I've met a whole lot, but here's the thing, okay? Like here's the thing that is most important. This is what I feel a creator actually wants me to like convey. Let me just take some juice here, not juice, some tea here. Like yesterday when I was drinking this, or the day before, I thought like, oh, it looks like pee, right? And yesterday somebody was also like, it looks like piss. And this morning while I was doing my exercises, I just had this weird thing of like, I'm a piss drinking goblin. I don't know why. Like I was just like doing my voice exercises, and then I took a sip in the mirror and I was like, I thought about making a TikTok, but then I decided against it. So I'm sharing it here for you to enjoy. Anyway, so the thing about the ETs and the thing that I feel needs to be conveyed is it's all very exciting, right? Meeting these beings and like connecting with higher consciousnesses and going to different realms, and it's very much needed. It is like we need to go through those initiations, of course. The thing is, we tend to get so attached to these new age stories that we forget what it's about, and it is about creator, you know, it's about God or yourself. However you see that, however you see that greater than, or you know, it's about you and your connection with your creator. To me, from my perspective, it's about the Christed inner being. It's about being the Christed child, right? We get to enjoy these like stories and like this play, you know, we get to play here, like, because like I'm not saying it's not real. As I've said, I've met beings, I've met inner earth beings as well, you know, I've met like I've guys, right? But I always come back here. I always come back to being Jean, right? And I feel like when I went through my whole judgment or whatever, like that's what it came down to as well. It was like, okay, yeah, this is all fun, etc., etc. But like, oh wait, you're Jean. I know you. It's not, oh wow, like you're Ishtar or you're like this like ninth dimensional Arcturian being. That it was like, oh, you're Jean. You're Jean. And that's what it's about, guys. Like, sure, we're these angelic interdimensional beings, but it doesn't really matter. What matters is that I'm Jean and that you're you and that we're just like here in love and complete, pure, authentic expression. That's what it's about. And then yes, we get to enjoy all the fun things, all the stories, all the games, all the superhero things, and the magic. Yeah, we do. By the grace of Creator. Yeah, we do. But that's not what it's about. We get to experience and enjoy it because of our connection with Creator in whatever way that takes form for you. Anyway, so like, it's basically just don't get too attached to the stories, you know, like it's not that serious. We're here to just enjoy and to express. It's the 3D is nice, okay? Like the 3D is shifting. Yeah, we're going to 5D, whatever, but like the 3D is shifting as well, you know, like it's lovely to be present in the physical. And we're here to do that. We shouldn't be trying to escape it. Because the more we try to escape it, the more we're like thrust into it. We're like, no, you need to be here. We're like, oh my God, why? You know, but the more you enjoy it, the more like, okay, this is nice. You know, let's flow with it. Let's create it. Let's make our own flow. Let's make our own, like, you get what I'm saying. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share. I'm just gonna share like a very quick light language transmission, just to help integrate the frequencies and the energies, and the consciousness into our like into a more practical understanding, I guess. Even though it's not about that, once again, like it's just about being present with the energy and letting the duality play itself like out within you, right? Um, letting the triggers play themselves out, letting the whatever, you know. Tasuhnam tavasiene shaha Sviana suhnevesha Astive suhnam tam Nintavain shana shana Isanandavanin dene yanehan Nichtamin dene yanehin tochan Nimdeveyin toram tam vai Hindavano yano hindavayana Ich soranandava hindana ya hamdana Satnam, sending you so much love, so much joy, so much grounding and blessing and growth and abundance and all the good, lovely, yummy things. Satnam.